It's a bit shocking but true. Most of us are only one click away from sharing too much. In this age of transparency, where thoughts and feelings are tweeted faster than we can blink, it's easy to feel the pull to join in. But what if I told you that the ancient Stoics, thinkers like Marcus Aurelius and Seneca, had already figured out thousands of years ago that the real power lies not in how much we share, but in how much we choose to withhold? This philosophy, deeply embedded in Stoicism, suggests that there is immense strength in privacy and in protecting our inner sanctum. Today, we're delving into why protecting our personal values is not merely about secrecy, but about safeguarding our integrity, autonomy, and peace. In our overshare-heavy culture, retaining control over what we disclose offers us a way to reclaim the parts of ourselves too often given away. This conversation could shift your perspective on transparency, empowering you to selectively manage your privacy and personal revelations. Let's unpack how ancient Stoic wisdom provides essential strategies for maintaining our core, even in today's open book world. Understanding values. Values are the silent forces behind our choices, shaping our actions even when we're not fully aware of their influence. They're like the compass that guides a ship through the night, unseen but indispensable. Stoicism, a philosophy with deep roots in ancient wisdom, emphasizes the importance of knowing these values, as they're integral to living a life of virtue and purpose. Stoics believed that it's not our external circumstances that define our happiness, but how we respond to them based on our internal principles. This belief underlines the significance of understanding and aligning with our values, as they ultimately determine the quality of our lives. In Stoicism, the core values include wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. Each plays a crucial role in how we navigate life's challenges. Wisdom involves the keen understanding of what is true and right, guiding us to make decisions that align with reality and our moral compass. Courage empowers us to face difficulties with resilience and strength, standing firm in our convictions even when the going gets tough. Justice is about treating others fairly and acting with integrity, ensuring that our interactions contribute positively to our community. Temperance, or self-control, helps us maintain balance and avoid excess, keeping our more impulsive desires in check. Reflecting on these Stoic values, we can start to identify the principles that resonate with our personal experiences and aspirations. It's a process of introspection, requiring us to ask ourselves some hard-hitting questions. What truly matters to me? What principles do I want to guide my life? Am I living in a way that reflects these values? This self-examination isn't a one-time activity, but a continuous dialogue we maintain throughout our lives. It's about being mindful of the choices we make every day and understanding the values that drive these choices. Understanding our values deeply also helps us navigate through the noise and distractions of modern life. In a world that often values material success and external validation, it's easy to lose sight of what genuinely brings us fulfillment and peace. Stoicism teaches us that external accolades are not the true measures of success. Rather, success comes from living in accordance with our values, regardless of external circumstances. This perspective is liberating. It shifts our focus from achieving societal standards of success to cultivating personal growth and resilience. Moreover, when we are clear about our values, we can communicate more effectively with others. Knowing what we stand for provides a clear framework for expressing our beliefs and setting boundaries. It also makes us more understanding and respectful of differing viewpoints, as we can see where others are coming from based on their values. This fosters healthier, more meaningful relationships built on mutual respect and understanding. Identifying your core values. Identifying what you truly stand for can sometimes feel like trying to catch a glimpse of the ocean floor from a boat. What lies beneath the surface isn't always clear at first glance. Yet, the process of uncovering your core values is pivotal, akin to a Stoic quest for self-knowledge. Stoicism teaches us the importance of living in harmony with our nature and using our rational faculties to discern the values that shape our lives and decisions. So, how do we begin this journey of discovery? First, consider your most impactful life experiences. What moments have defined you? Stoic philosophy emphasizes learning from both adversity and success. Look back at the challenges you've faced. Often, it's during these times that our true values rise to the forefront. Did you value perseverance when times were tough? Did honesty guide your decisions during a moral dilemma? Reflecting on these questions can help reveal the values that are most important to you. Next, think about the times when you felt most fulfilled. Was it when you were helping others, solving problems, or perhaps standing up for what you believe in? These moments of deep satisfaction are clues to identifying your core values. For example, if you find joy in advocacy or activism, justice might be a core value for you. If you're happiest when mastering a new skill or learning, then perhaps wisdom is a key value. Stoicism also advises us to look to role models, individuals whose qualities we admire and wish to emulate. These figures can be from your personal life, history, or even literature. What are the traits in them that you respect? Is it their integrity, their courage, or maybe their discipline? By identifying these traits, you're pinpointing the values you aspire to integrate into your own life. Another effective method is to write a personal mission statement. This is more than just a practice of self-reflection. It's an act of creation. What is the purpose you want to drive your actions? Crafting this statement helps you articulate the principles you want to live by. It's like drawing a personal blueprint that outlines how you wish to navigate the world, informed by Stoic principles of clear thinking and purposeful living. Engage in daily practices that encourage ongoing self-reflection. Journaling can be particularly powerful here. Take a few minutes each day to write about the decisions you made, why you made them, and how they align with your perceived values. Over time, patterns will emerge that highlight your true priorities. This practice not only aids in identifying your core values, but also in living them more consistently, as consistency is key in Stoic practice. In identifying and embracing your core values, you're doing more than defining what matters to you. You're also setting the stage for a life lived with integrity and purpose. These values become your inner compass, guiding your decisions and actions in a way that is not just reactive to external circumstances, but rooted in deep personal truth. This alignment between your values and your life's actions brings not only personal satisfaction, but also a profound sense of peace and resilience, hallmarks of a well-lived Stoic life. The importance of alignment. Living in alignment with our core values isn't just a lofty ideal, it's a practical pathway to genuine happiness and satisfaction. This idea echoes through the corridors of Stoic philosophy, which teaches that true happiness doesn't come from external achievements or accolades, but from living in accordance with nature, our own true nature, which is defined by our values. When we align our actions with our beliefs, we're not just being consistent, we're cultivating a life of harmony and integrity. Think about a musician tuning their instrument. When the strings are in perfect alignment, the sound is harmonious and clear. Similarly, when our actions resonate with our values, our lives produce a melody that is both satisfying and authentic. But alignment goes beyond personal peace. It's about resonating with the universe's rational order, a concept deeply ingrained in Stoic thought. The Stoics believed that the universe is governed by a divine rationality, and by living in alignment with our rational, virtuous nature, we live in harmony with the cosmos itself. Consider the discomfort of living out of alignment. Have you ever felt the nagging unease that comes from making a choice that doesn't quite sit right with your principles? That's a sign of misalignment. On a small scale, it might just cause minor discomfort, but over time, these small breaches can lead to significant distress. Living out of alignment can feel like rowing against the current. Not only is it exhausting, but it also gets you nowhere fast. To bring it back to a Stoic perspective, Marcus Aurelius once advised that we perform every action as if it were our last, a thought that underscores the importance of acting according to our highest principles at all times. When we live out of alignment, we compromise our integrity and authenticity, leading to an inner conflict that can affect our mental and emotional well-being. The ancient Stoics were clear on this. Peace comes from within, and it is directly influenced by how authentically we live our lives. But how does living in alignment affect our relationships with others? When you live true to your values, you naturally attract people who respect and share those values. This creates relationships based on mutual respect and understanding. On the flip side, living out of alignment can lead to relationships that are superficial or even conflicted because they're not based on a true representation of who we are. Alignment empowers us to make decisions with confidence. When you know your values and live by them, decision-making becomes less about weighing pros and cons in a vacuum and more about asking, does this align with my values? This clarity can simplify what often feels like complex decision-making processes, reducing stress and increasing our confidence in the choices we make. Challenges to staying aligned. Staying true to our core values sounds straightforward enough, right? Just live by what you believe. However, anyone who's tried to consistently apply their principles knows that the reality can be far more challenging. The pressures of daily life, the influence of others, and even our own changing circumstances can make it difficult to maintain a steady course. This is where Stoicism, with its focus on self-control and resilience, offers valuable insights. The Stoics recognized that external events aren't within our control, but our responses to them are. They taught that maintaining alignment with our values requires a strong, disciplined mind. One of the biggest challenges in staying aligned is the constant barrage of societal expectations. We're often pulled in different directions by cultural norms, societal pressures, or even the expectations of those we respect and care about. These forces can subtly erode our resolve, encouraging us to make choices that are easier or more socially acceptable, rather than those that align with our deeper beliefs. This is why Stoicism emphasizes the importance of focusing on our internal judgments and reactions, rather than external approval. Another significant hurdle is our own emotions. While emotions are a natural and important part of our human experience, they can sometimes lead us astray. Anger, jealousy, fear. These are all powerful feelings that can cloud our judgment and lead us to act in ways that contradict our values. The Stoic practice of reflecting on one's emotions, understanding their origins, and assessing their validity can be an effective way to ensure that our actions remain aligned with our values, even in emotionally charged situations. Then there's the challenge of short-term versus long-term gratification. In the moment, it can be tempting to make choices that offer immediate rewards or relief. However, these decisions may not serve our long-term interests and can lead us away from our core values. The Stoic principle of looking at life from a broader perspective, considering not just the present, but also the future, helps us weigh our decisions more carefully and align them with our long-term goals and values. Moreover, Personal growth and changes in life circumstances can also shift our understanding of our values. What you held dear in your 20s might change as you grow into your 30s and beyond. This evolution isn't a bad thing. It reflects growth and adaptability. However, it does require us to regularly reassess our values and ensure that our actions continue to reflect them. This ongoing process of reflection and realignment is central to Stoic philosophy, which values wisdom and adaptability in the pursuit of a virtuous life. The sheer complexity of modern life, with its myriad choices and constant demands, can make it difficult to maintain a clear and consistent focus on our values. The Stoic practice of simplifying life, focusing on what truly matters, and letting go of superficial concerns can help clear the mental clutter and make it easier to stay aligned with our core values. Despite these challenges, or perhaps because of them, the effort to stay aligned with our values is deeply rewarding. It strengthens our character, deepens our relationships, and leads to a more meaningful and contented life. Staying true to our values in the face of these challenges is not just about personal integrity. It's about crafting a life that's truly worth living, filled with purpose, clarity, and an inner peace that external circumstances cannot disturb. Practical strategies for alignment. Navigating life while staying true to your core values isn't just about knowing what those values are. It's about putting them into action, even when it's challenging. It's like steering a ship through a storm. Knowing your destination is crucial, but so is actively managing the helm and adjusting the sails. This is where practical strategies grounded in Stoicism can be incredibly helpful, as they provide both a philosophical framework and actionable steps to ensure our daily behaviors reflect our deepest beliefs. One effective strategy is to start each day with a moment of reflection. This could be a brief meditation or a few minutes of quiet thought where you contemplate your values and set intentions for the day. Consider what challenges you might face and how you can respond to them in ways that uphold your values. The Stoics practiced a form of daily preparation called premeditatio malorum, which involves anticipating potential challenges and planning how to handle them. This preparation isn't pessimistic, but empowering. It equips you to deal with life's curveballs in ways that maintain your integrity. Another key strategy is to establish routines that reinforce your values. If one of your core values is compassion, you might build a routine that involves volunteering regularly or performing random acts of kindness. These actions solidify the value in your daily life and make it a living part of your world. Routines can also provide stability and reduce the mental load of making decisions, allowing you to focus more on living your values rather than simply managing day-to-day chaos. It's also vital to create a supportive environment that reflects your values. This means surrounding yourself with people who share or respect your principles and removing or limiting exposure to toxic influences. The people we interact with can have a profound impact on our behavior, often in subtle ways. Stoicism teaches us the importance of community and association. As Seneca wrote, "Choose someone whose life, conversation, and soul-expressing face have satisfied you. Picture him always to yourself as your protector or your pattern. For we must indeed have someone according to whom we may regulate our characters. You can never straighten that which is crooked unless you use a ruler." Regular self-assessment is another practical step. Periodically review your actions and decisions to see if they align with your values. This could be done through journaling, therapy, or even deep conversations with trusted friends. Reflection helps you recognize when you've strayed from your path and understand why. It also reinforces your commitment to your values, reminding you of their importance in your life. Lastly, be prepared to recalibrate. Just as a ship's captain must occasionally correct course due to shifting winds or currents, you might find that your values evolve, or that certain situations reveal new aspects of your values you hadn't considered. Staying flexible and open to growth is a critical component of living a Stoic life. It acknowledges that wisdom isn't static and that our understanding of what matters most can deepen over time. Incorporating these strategies into your life doesn't just help maintain alignment with your values, it transforms your values into active forces that drive your decisions and shape your world. It's a dynamic process of continual self-improvement and reflection that enriches your life and fosters genuine contentment, just as the Stoics envisaged. Saying no with confidence. Learning to say no is one of the most empowering skills you can develop, yet it's often one of the hardest. It involves much more than just declining invitations or requests. It's about setting boundaries that protect your time, energy, and values. Stoicism provides a robust framework for this, emphasizing the importance of self-control and the courage to live according to one's principles. This ancient philosophy teaches us that saying no isn't just a refusal, but a reaffirmation of what truly matters to us. One of the fundamental teachings of Stoicism is the differentiation between what we can control and what we cannot. This distinction is crucial when it comes to saying no. You cannot control how others will react to your decision, but you can control your choices and ensure they align with your values. When you say no, you're essentially choosing to prioritize your autonomy and respect for yourself over external demands or expectations. It's a powerful exercise in maintaining your agency and not letting the preferences of others dictate your actions. But how do you say no with confidence? It starts with a clear understanding of why you're saying no. Before you can effectively set boundaries, you need to know what drives them. Are you protecting your time so you can focus on personal goals or responsibilities? Are you guarding your emotional well-being from situations or commitments that drain you? Or are you simply aligning your actions with your ethical or moral compass? Whatever your reasons, being clear about them not only makes it easier to communicate your no, but also strengthens your resolve when faced with pushback. In practice, saying no with confidence also involves clear communication. It's not just about the word no, it's about expressing your decision in a way that is respectful yet firm. This means avoiding vague language or overly apologetic tones, which can undermine your message and open the door to persuasion. Instead, be direct and honest. For example, instead of saying, "I'm not sure I can," opt for, "I won't be able to." If appropriate, you can briefly explain your reasoning, which can help the other party understand your perspective and respect your boundaries. Moreover, saying no with confidence requires consistency. The more consistently you enforce your boundaries, the more others will come to understand and respect them. This doesn't mean being inflexible, but rather maintaining a consistent approach to how and when you choose to say no. Stoicism teaches the value of consistency in character and action as a reflection of one's rational and virtuous life. By being consistent, you reinforce your values and the seriousness with which you treat them. Prepare for some degree of fallout. Not everyone will respond positively when you start setting stronger boundaries. Some may react negatively or feel rejected. Stoicism equips us to handle this discomfort by reminding us that the opinions of others are outside our control and should not sway us from acting in accordance with our own reason and virtue. It's important to stay firm and compassionate, understanding that while you can offer explanations, you're not responsible for managing everyone else's feelings. Building resilience through values. When we talk about resilience, we often think of bouncing back from adversity, like rubber, right? But real resilience is more profound. It's about drawing strength from our deepest convictions and using that strength to not just recover, but to thrive, no matter what life throws our way. Stoicism, a philosophy founded on principles of inner strength and self-mastery, teaches us exactly this. Our values aren't just beliefs we hold, they are the bedrock of our resilience. Imagine facing a situation that tests your limits, perhaps a professional setback or a personal loss. It's in these moments that your true values can either become your anchor or, if ignored, your Achilles heel. Stoics like Epictetus and Marcus Aurelius argued that the essence of resilience lies in our ability to maintain our character and composure in the face of such challenges. By anchoring ourselves to values like integrity, courage, and persistence, we find the stability to remain steadfast. For instance, consider the value of integrity. When we make choices that align with our truth and ethical standards, we fortify our sense of self. Each decision that resonates with our core beliefs reinforces our identity and confidence, providing a solid foundation when things get rocky. This is resilience in action, not just surviving the storm, but navigating through it with our sense of self intact. But building this kind of resilience doesn't happen overnight. It requires practice, much like any other skill. Stoicism offers practical exercises for this, such as daily reflections, which involve reviewing the day's events and evaluating how well our responses aligned with our values. This reflective practice helps to solidify those values, making them accessible when crises arise. The more we practice, the more ingrained these values become in our decision-making processes and our emotional responses. Another Stoic method to enhance resilience is the concept of voluntary discomfort. By intentionally placing ourselves in challenging situations, like cold showers or fasting, we can train ourselves to handle discomfort with grace. This might sound minor, but it's about much more than just physical endurance. It's about cultivating a mindset that says, "I can handle this," which can then be applied to more significant life challenges. These practices teach us to detach from external conditions and find peace in our inner will and choices. Moreover, sharing our journey of aligning with our values can also build resilience. When we vocalize our values and why they matter, we not only reinforce them within ourselves, but also invite support and understanding from others. This network, built on shared values and mutual respect, provides additional emotional support, making us more resilient. It also holds us accountable to those values, pushing us to live up to the standards we profess. Finally, building resilience through values means accepting that we will occasionally falter. Stoicism teaches us not to expect perfection in our adherence to values, but to view each misstep as an opportunity to learn and grow. The process of returning to our values after a lapse is itself a resilience-building exercise. Each return strengthens our commitment and our ability to bounce back. As we wrap up today's journey through the core principles of Stoicism and the profound impact of living true to our values, remember that resilience isn't just surviving the storm. It's learning to dance in the rain, guided by the compass of our deepest beliefs. Thank you for joining me here on Stoic Journal. If you're looking to deepen your understanding or find more ways to integrate these timeless principles into your life, check out one of the suggested videos on your screen. Dive deeper, grow stronger, and continue walking the path of wisdom with us. Thank you for being a part of this community. Your engagement and introspection make all the difference.